Right, big news coming in with regard to Bangladesh. Remember, our neighbor nation now does have an interim government. There were full-on days of uncertainty. There was absolutely the mob violence that was being reported from on the ground. Now we are told that Bangladesh interim government head, Mohammad Yunus, will be meeting the members of the Hindu community, other minorities communities to resolve the crisis, specifically with regard to their protection as well. And that the Ministry of Minority Affairs is also going to be taken into consideration. Hindus have put forth a demand, specifically when it comes to Durga Puja, which is for the Bengali community specifically, is one of the big festivals. Now remember that while all other channels may be bringing to you secondary source, we're on the ground. My colleague Ashutosh Mishra is in Dhaka right now and I want to bring him in. Ashutosh, you tell me what is the situation on the ground, and it is to be appreciated, isn't it, that the interim government leader has decided to go across, meet members of the Hindu community to assuage any of their concerns. What are you picking up? Is there an uneasy calm that we see in Dhaka right now?
Well, you rightly use the word uneasy calm. Why? What it looks like, the situation gradually restoring the normalcy. But that's the only picture in Dhaka. And at the moment, I'm traveling in a far remote area of the Meherpur. Remember, ISKCON temple that was vandalized. So while I'm en route, all I see, only the stress situation, uneasy calm, all the footprints of vandalization. And in the meanwhile, since there have been atrocities and Hindus were targeted in the remote areas more specifically, if I could say Dhaka, that remained safe. But the impact was, the magnitude of the violence was on a higher scale in the remote areas where I'm en route at the moment. So here now the Hindu and the youth organization are coming out on the street that if the government says that we are providing you security, there is no, there shouldn't be any concern. In that case, why this incident happened? Even we have seen now several Muslim organization groups are also have started protecting the temples. They have started interacting with the Hindu groups. But all of a sudden, this is happening. No one can forget that how these incidents were even allowed. So this looks like the administration finally, seeing the worldwide protest on this atrocities against the Hindus in Bangladesh. Today, Dr. Yunus will be meeting a group of Hindu activists from different organizations, and they will be giving 8 charters. The first, enact the Protection of Minorities Act, that also includes the Hindus. Subsequently, there are several other very important and significant demands. But more importantly, enact a new law to protect the minorities, and also importantly to ensure justice and the investigation on this magnitude of the torture during this violence when the temples were attacked, the properties of the Hindus were attacked, the Hindus particularly in several areas were attacked. So this makes it very crucial because remember this new regime, Dr. Yunus could be an administrator, but this remains an interim government. So as far as policy and major decisions are concerned, and very importantly, since there are no police force virtually present on the road, so on that terms, ensuring safety, security of the citizen, particularly the minorities and the Hindus of Bangladesh, makes really very challenging task.
Very important perspective that you're bringing to us, Ashutosh. And remember that from a 22% in 1951, according to the data coming in, 8% is currently the percentage of the Hindu community and other minorities in Bangladesh. So their fear is understandable. And as Ashutosh is telling us, when the police force is negligible at this point, the mob violence concern has been, with the reports coming in, has been concerning. But good to know that at least the interim government led by Mohammad Yunus is reaching out to the minority community and setting a very clear message against any sort of violence.